Hello and welcome to another optics trade review. And we have here today another Holosun red dot sight. This is the Holosun Elite version 403B green model. Before we move on and say a few words about it, let's say a few words about the company. Holosun manufactures red dot sights, also lasers. They offer them at affordable prices and keep the quality at the very decent level. They are really competitive on the red dot sight market, even when measured against some Japanese or some European-made red dot sights. And because of this, they break the stereotype that the products that are made in China are of really low quality. The proof that they are really good at what they do is that they also cooperate with the successful American company Primary Arms, which sells optics, also sells their own optics. And together they've launched a model called the 503G ACSS model, which features their famous ACSS reticle. There will definitely be more from Holosun in the future, and they are really known for being innovative. This year they've introduced the gold reticle. Last year or 2 years ago they introduced the green reticle. They're moving on with the technology every year. But now let's move on to this device that I have here right now. Let's open the box and see what's inside. So basically, this is the device. On the outside, it looks just as a typical 403B model would, but this green dot here in the logo suggests that this is definitely the Elite version, and also this green that indicates this. This is a small tube sight, 66 millimeters long, which equals 2.6 inches. It weighs 130 grams, so really compact. And it is quite similar to the micro models made by the famous Swedish red dot sight manufacturing company. What you have in the box is a high mount for a lower third co-witness on an AR platform, and also a low mount which allows you to mount it anywhere else, for example on a hunting rifle. Now if we would remove this riser, we would find that there is a aim-point micro mounting platform underneath, which means that if you don't want this mount, want a mount of other type, you will probably find it, because there are a lot of aim-point micro platform mounts available on the market. Now at the moment, if we do have this, either the low or the high mount, they're both made for the Picatinny Weaver platform. It is made of 6061 aluminum alloy, and as usual, we have to say a few words about the numbering and about the lettering in the Holosun model name. This one has numbers 403. Now, number 4 indicates that this one only has a 2 MOA dot. If it would have 5, if it would be a 503 model, the user would be able to switch between a 2 MOA dot and a circle dot. 0 basically means that there are standard accessories, no kill flash filter, no quick detachable mount, and so on. And the number 3 simply suggests that this belongs to Holosun's parallel series. So this is the parallel model, and every model with this form factor belongs to this series. Now, but this number, now the lettering, we have here HE instead of HS. So this is the Elite model. Now with Holosun, Elite up to now basically has meant two things. Either it is made of titanium, or it features green illumination, or it has both. This particular model, I already said it's made of aluminum, but it does have the green illumination, which makes it Elite. Now the B model basically, the B letter basically suggests that it has a battery compartment in the form of a tray on the side, which is just one of the solutions that their models offer. Another popular one is to have a round-shaped battery compartment closed with a cover on the right side, just a little bit on the upper side where now the tray is. The battery lifetime is 50,000 hours. The clicks are half MOA, which means that you move with one click the point of impact for approximately 1.5 centimeters on 100 meters. It is IP67 certified meaning complete protection against dust and protection up to 1 meter of submersion in water for half an hour. It has a tilted front lens, which is not an error. And this is just how most red dot sights are designed today, so that the diode which is emitted from here can then reflect from the lens back to the user's eye, regardless of where it is positioned in front of the lens. This is really nicely explained on Holosun's website under frequently asked questions. It is the first one on the list. It also features Holosun's shake awake function, meaning that if you leave the illumination on, put it down, leave it stationary for a while, it will power off, and then when you put it again, you're immediately ready to shoot, because the device will power on back in an instant. Now, the optical and illumination settings. Parallel models all boast 12 illumination intensity levels. 2 of the lowest are night vision device compatible. The highest are, of course, daytime brightness compatible. The buttons are on the top because this model does not have a solar cell. It has a really negligible amount of tint. Maybe a little bit more than some other models, but really nothing much. Then it has a 2 MOA dot, as I already mentioned, 1x magnification, and that's basically it. I will show you the illumination at the end of this video. If you want to see it, keep on watching, or just get to the final point of this video. Now, the scope of delivery, I already mentioned the low and the high mount. Then we have the bikini cover made of rubber. We have a instruction manual, of course, the lens cloth, a screwdriver for the screws that hold the battery tray in place, hex tool, a tool that allows you to remove the battery tray, to pry it open once the screws are removed, and of course a spare battery tray, because the screws are really easy to lose, and it can happen, it does happen. So you always have a spare part here. The price of this model at the moment is 230 euros. I'm sorry for I almost made it more expensive by $1,000. So the warranty is 10 years on the material and electronics. The same is with every Elite model on the market at the moment. And that's basically it. So what are some good things and some not so good things? What I really like about every Holosun parallel model is that the definition of the 2 MOA dot is really nice. The dot is really thin, really fine, allows accurate shooting to even short to medium distances. Then we have great optics and robustness for this money. This only costs 230 euros, which is really affordable for a dot of this form factor. Then you also have the 12 illumination intensity levels to choose from, which is great. There are some other great things, but the disadvantage, I think, would be this all comes down to user preference, but I think that the round shape cover is a little bit better solution than the battery tray, which you need a tool to open, and then you have to be careful not to lose the screws. You need another tool to pry it open. It's a little bit, it's not that practical, but if you keep in mind that this battery is set to last at around 50,000 hours, and even if it lasts half this much, you will not be changing battery really often. So not that much of an issue really. So this is a great red dot if you're searching for a small tube sight that comes at an affordable price and is packed with features. You can either use it for an AR platform or just for an ordinary rifle. Well, this is the perfect thing for you. So if you enjoyed watching this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, leave a comment if I forgot to mention something, or if you want to say something about the product. And as always, see you next time. Goodbye.